Hey, coaches, Mark Molinar here with Coach Tactics. Going to get into the weekly game plan today. This is a really where you will start your day to day once you get into your season. This is where you'll spend the majority of your time. So let's get started with clicking on weekly game plan. I would definitely make sure that you have this as a shortcut so that you can get to this fairly quickly. You'll notice here that I talked about having our summer practices in the blank template. So in order to get these to show up here, my game versus Westfield or versus my conference rival, I need to put these in the schedule. You'll see I have all of my practices ready to go here for the Westfield week. For the conference rival week, I've only have them put in. In the previous video, we went over schedules, and you can see here's my Westfield week. Okay, here's my summer practice schedule. Again, I put all of my practices really underneath one date for the summer. You can choose to see however you'd want to do it. And then remember that I only had one date, my Monday practice in here. I could go back and add other practices as I did in the previous video for this week. You could put all your practices in at one time. You could do it week to week, but you do have to have them in there. We'll go back to our weekly game plan and really kind of get into the details of this. All right, so we see our scheduled games in here, put through the schedule. Once we see these, it's going to ask you, are you ready to start your call sheet? You'll see in the summer that I've worked with some different types of call sheets here, trying some different ways to go about it. And I have not started either of the call sheets for my week 1 or my week 2 opponent. When I click on my schedule here and I click to the scheduled practices, you're going to notice that the call sheets is going to change to practice scripts. These were practice scripts that I did during the summer. And so you can see we worked on third down, goal line, high red zone, summer openers, and then here's one called test. All of your practice scripts will save so that you can recall these and reuse them at a later date, modify them, edit them, or just simply use them over again for the following summer, or using them in your call sheet, or using them for a different week. No practice scripts have been made for my week 2 because I haven't gotten to there yet. I could start them and put them in there and so that they're ready to go. And there's no practice scripts have been made for here. This here is a really different area, okay? You want to think of this as like a folder where it's going to keep some practice scripts for you and then also some call sheets. If you take a look at third down, all of us make calls on third and short, third and medium, third and long. We can separate them by run or pass. These are just names of scripts. So when we start to get into our call sheets, we're going to want to have things set up for us. And so this folder is going to hold our third downs. Or if we go into like duo, I haven't put anything in there yet for duo. Maybe you have a Monday practice, and these are all folders that you're going to have in here. For my summer practice, I put some different things, scripts in here that I can reuse, and I don't really need this anymore. If you would prefer to delete something out or you like to keep things, we don't have a million files going through that. We encourage you not to do that so that you can reuse things. But I dated this, and that's probably telling me in my own way, I don't need this anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete that script out of there. You do have the option to delete without a doubt. Tuesday and Wednesday practices can look very similar. And when we get into working on our call sheets, okay, and you'll see where these are going to come in, and we can replace the boxes or our tiles inside there. So very important that you understand the difference between this being just a folder that holds scripts in there, and then these dates are actually holding scripts. As I click on the game, the team, the summer, and then here, and these are all scripts that I worked on. If I wanted to take a look at one of these scripts and I clicked on summer goal line, I clicked to assign scripts, my summer goal line, and this is going to bring me into the next section. This is where we start creating our scripts, which we'll talk about in the next sheet. Okay. Hope you guys understand. The big difference here is that just clicking on here, we're working on a call sheet. When you click on the actual practice, change to practice scripts, how to delete, and then this will be really useful when we start getting into our call sheets, as you can see here. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me at coachtactics.com. Looking forward to working with you guys in the future. Thank you.